What is up, guys? Welcome back to another league racing video, and here we are in ERS Racing League, and this is the Spanish Grand Prix Super Cup. They had named it, and I hadn't raced here in maybe over 2 months possibly, so I decided to come back and race with Alpha Gully as well. And I had a decent qualifying. I did a 11.9, which is about 2-3 tenths off my PB. So I guess really not too great since it's so far away from my best lap here. So as you see, the race starts very action packed. Everybody's kind of pushing, lose a position early on. You see the Ferrari has me under pressure a little bit, but I just don't give it up. This was actually a pretty fun race. I actually enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, it was the end was very unexpected the way it turned out. I felt like I had good pace overall from the beginning to the end. I managed my pace pretty well. I could have probably been a bit more aggressive, but I was under pressure from Dark Bend for maybe 3-4 laps, and it was pretty annoying because I felt like I was gonna lose the position eventually. And he did a great job. He didn't do nothing crazy, but he had me on edge, and that is actually a good tactic that you should apply. Put pressure on people with no intention of even overtaking them, and you can force a mistake out of somebody. So I'm just happy I actually kept my cool. And as you see here, I go down the inside on Danny Benani there. I think I caught him napping a little bit. He tries to come back, but decides to pull back from that and work back into P3. But here Danny Benani takes a position, ran me a little bit wide, but it wasn't too bad because he didn't hit me or anything. So honestly, it's racing, and I think he did a decent job on that. It was like right on the line, and there was no gravel. If there was gravel, it would have been something that I complained about, but honestly right there, I think it was just perfect. It was just right on the limit, and as you see there, kind of loses the car, take back the position. And the most important part here is not losing DRS to the RBs that are running 1-2 at the moment. And as you see here behind us, now we have Shazoo Alpha Gully coming up, and the Ferrari in P5 is actually 5 seconds away. So now the front runners, the top 4, we kind of just ran away, and this is basically just managing the race all the way to the end and being smart, trading the DRS to make sure that the other ones in the back don't come back and catch up to us. But as you see, Alpha Gully there is much faster than me, starts putting a little pressure on me, but we were in a party chat together, so it was obviously it was communicated well, but still you can just tell when somebody's just so much faster than you at that moment. I don't remember what happened to Dark Band. I think we just ended up breaking DRS off of him at some point, but he had a very strong start. But as you see, we're already on lap 8, and not much has changed. There's been a lot of battling, but it's just been the same people on the top 4, except now that the kick is now in the mix, and Turtle Master very smartly does not fight that. Like I said, what we want to do is trade DRS. We want to trade DRS and make sure that the people behind us do not catch up, and we just increase that gap. And here basically just let Alpha Gully go at this point. Try to defend a little bit, but look at my rearview mirror, and Turtle Master has like a half spin. So yeah, unfortunate for him. But here I pitted lap 15, and I go full of hards, and I ended up getting undercut actually by Stewie, but Stewie loses the car a bit over there, and I take the position away from him right down the outside. Just had to take advantage of it. It doesn't matter if he was gonna take it back with the DRS. We just kind of have to be smart here, as we're doing right here. No unnecessary fighting, but he loses the car, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, you see that a lot in some league races. People unnecessarily fight, try to take positions that won't change anything, and all you're doing is losing time, damaging your tires because you're constantly braking. You're braking hard. You're overheating the tires. Overheating the tire causes tire wear. So yeah, if you're racing, just you gotta be smart and manage the races a little better. There's a lot of things that I can work on. Here we have something unfortunate. We kind of touched right here. There was no damage, and I'm just lucky I did not get a 10-second penalty here for that, because this game just kind of gives us out. But yes, I was saying, you kind of just have to be smart. There's a lot of things I have to work on when it comes to pace wise, but when it comes to just being smart and fighting people for positions, you just have to kind of pick your battles. You can't just be fighting when you're losing time and losing the DRS. You don't ever want to lose the DRS to the cars up front. You don't ever want to lose a train, because once you lose a train, it is so hard to get it back. Especially how easy it is to recover energy. Those guys are going to have infinite energy, and then you're going to lose the DRS. You're going to try to catch up. You're going to lose the energy, and then your race is basically over unless you get spared by a safety car at some point during the race, which during this race it never happened. So yeah, that's just my my take and my tip on battling and having when to pick your fights. But as you see here, we're way past halfway point of this race. We're on lap 26 already, and these guys are just fighting pretty hard, and I'm just kind of waiting it around, and Danny Banani again just kind of loses the car, and Stewie takes advantage of that, and you see them here. This was actually really nice to watch. They go wheel to wheel throughout this whole sector here, which was just pretty cool to watch. They didn't touch in one moment. Danny Banani just is super brave, just goes right down the inside, which is just, it was very good driving. They both did a very good job keeping it together without touching. There was not even wheel banging they were doing there. Obviously the contact model in this game is strange. As you see me there, I try to go for a double overtake, kind of pull off, and just end up taking Danny Banani. But yeah, I mean, at least from my perspective, there was no wheel banging, but the contact model in this game is so poor that you wheel bang, and when you probably shouldn't even be wheel banging. It's just kind of like the hit registration is just weird in this game. But yeah, they're doing a good job. And right here, Shazoo Alpha Gully is in P1. He has a 3-second penalty, and now at this point I'm just fighting for a P2 on the last 2 laps that we have left of the race. And you see Danny Banani is just putting insane pressure. Stewie is putting pressure on him. He is putting pressure on me, and it's just pedal all the way down. You see Stewie just kind of spins back there in the mirror because he's pushing so hard. Loses DRS a bit. Danny Banani just sends it. I thought he was gonna send. He does send it. Yeah, sorry, I thought he does send it down the inside. Kind of hit me a little bit, but nothing too crazy. He yeah, we just stuck with him and just followed him. And see what we could do. He also has 16 seconds of penalty, so I don't know how you managed to do that, but he did it. And now at this point we're lap 32, but Stewie is determined on taking that P2. Does a double overtake on the straight, passes me right on the apex very cleanly, and he also has 6 seconds of penalty. So at this point I had a guaranteed P2, but if you look now, Alpha Gully has a 10-second penalty. I don't know how he managed that, but he did it. Yeah, so at this point I'm getting gifted a win, because yeah, he got the 10-second penalty. I believe said he ended up spinning towards the end because he was going for fastest lap and a PB. So yeah, I tried to go down the inside. I decided to back off, even though he left me room. It was still too late, but it scared him enough to make him lose the position. So like I said earlier, sometimes you just have to pressure people to the point where you force a mistake, or maybe it wasn't that the reason, but to me it that's what it was. It looked like it. And now at this point these guys were fighting, and I just kind of run off at this point. Now at this point I'm just running away with the P2, because they are fighting each other. Even though they're catching up, you see Danny Banani's not gonna back out, so he's clearly determined to finish on the podium, at least on track. He wanted to win on track, but they are fighting so hard. They just basically just giving me this at this point. They have no shot. You're gonna see them on the, just pay attention to the rear view mirror there. They're just fighting like their life depends on it. You see them right there. You see he goes down the inside, around the outside. They're going wheel to wheel. It's just insane. But I already created a 1 second gap to them because of all that fighting. So you see right there how much fighting loses you throughout in the delta and the time. You lose so much time fighting, and you saw it right there. They lost about 7/10 in like 2-3 corners. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this race. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching me get at this gifted win, because it was a bit gifted. But yeah, lucky enough, on track it was a P2, so it was very good race, very good pace. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button. Stay tuned to my live streams, and I have a Discord. If anybody wants to join it, everyone's welcome. Check out my channel. It's free to join, and it's right there on my homepage. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.